And under word problems specifically, we're talking today ratio word problems. And the only helpful hint I can give you to that is just think about ratios as fractions. I will give you an example and then you'll say, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But probably not till after I explain. Let's just put the way to make green paint, the ratio of blue paint to yellow paint, the ratio of blue paint to yellow paint. Ratio of yellow blue paint to yellow paint is 3 to 2. Is 3 to 2. For 6 ounces of yellow paint, how much blue paint is needed? For 6 ounces, what did I say, yellow? How much blue would you need? I'll give you a chance to write that down before we delve into that. Best way to do this is to draw a ratio box. And write down what you are comparing. What is our actual ratio? What are we comparing? Blue paint to yellow paint. And remember, it's critical, people. Order matters in all of this. First one given, second one given, first one given, second one given. It has to go together like that. If you're comparing blue paint to yellow paint, it is 3 blues, because it's given first, to every 2 yellows. That's your ratio, that's your comparison, 3 to 2. And then it says, for 6 ounces of yellow, this is the real, what you really want. For 6 ounces of yellow, how much blue do you need? And the book goes on to call this, when you're doing ratios, sometimes it's easy to think of a constant. Actually, let's see what this is. Factor. When they say constant factor, what does factor mean? Do you know when we talk about factors? Factors are what you multiply together. It's a lot like making equal fractions. If I have 3 over 2 equals something over 6, what do I do? What do I multiply 2 by to get 6? 3. That 3 is what's called a constant factor, which means no matter what's in the other side, it gets multiplied by 3 because you're making equal fractions or equal ratios. So I'm going to take 3 and multiply it by 3, and I would need 9 ounces of paint, of blue paint, mixed with the yellow. So when they talk about what a constant factor is, that's the number that you're multiplying one by to get to the other one. Is that not exciting? Let's look at another one. How about this one? Ratio of flowers to weeds was 2 to 5. Ratio of flowers to weeds was 2 to 5. There are 30 flowers in the garden. How many weeds? If there are 30 flowers, how many weeds? Question mark. So again, the same thing is true. You're going to draw a ratio slash fraction slash whatever box. This is your ratio. What am I comparing? Flowers to weeds, flowers to weeds. It has to go in that order. Flowers to weeds, flowers to weeds. That's my ratio. what are my actual numbers over here? Well, I know there are 30 what? Flowers. So here is 30 flowers. And you wanna know how many are weeds. If I asked you what the constant factor would be, you would tell me? What am I multiplying 2 by to get to 30, Emily?
15.
Times 15. So I'm gonna take 5 times 15. 15 times 5 is 75. That would be, a fair answer. Any issues with that?